The servers are back online for Throne of Liberty. We have a new shop update with a few new items, the continuation of the Halloween event, the new dimensional trial, Colossal Colosseum, along with a ton of weekly resets. And so I'll go through the weekly checklist of things I recommend you do, along with other optional activities. There was also an interview with the CEO of First Spark, the subsidiary of the NCSoft company who develops Throne and Liberty. They gave some interesting information with regards to the future of Throne and Liberty, along with the upcoming mobile version. Just be aware, New World has kinda kicked the bucket, and it could well be due to a knock-on effect of the 2.5 billion settlement fine against Amazon due to it using deceptive methods to sign customers up for Prime subscriptions and making it exceedingly difficult to cancel them. With this being no small amount of money, it can be very likely that Throne and Liberty may feel some knock-on effects as well. But jumping back to the updates, we did have maintenance earlier, and they do claim to have resolved an issue preventing players from joining parties and vanguards, along with some general server stability improvements. Over the course of the week, I've seen a flood of reports where you could not join a party or vanguard, so hopefully this fixes that. So now let's jump to a Halloween event and some reminders on what you should be doing. Just go to your check-in event, get this candy corn every day. If you have your Da Vinci's favor here, you can just do the dungeon every 2 days and open the chest twice, claiming your rewards and purchasing your items at the Dimension Pumpkin Exchange. Try and get your Chaos Runes first, and then working on the total limits of these other items. Make sure to also find the Haunted Harvest Peddler every single day to purchase the cooking pumpkins and the baked pumpkins, and then you can go and craft the event food. We then jump to the shop, and we can see they've brought back the Sanguine weapons for this week, including the new Orb skin. They also seem to have added the Nightmare Orb, with then returning all the other Nightmare weapons. They have newly added 2 Amatoys, Candlestick Jolt, and Twilight Dancer Glint. Just be aware the Ornate Coin Shop will be resetting as soon as the month of November starts, and they still have not fixed the rune chests here. This is an obscene cost just for one. We did get a mail due to maintenance, which gives you 400 more of those Ornate Coins. But jumping back to the news, this 2.5 billion settlement has already been felt across the entire Amazon company, with over 14,000 corporate workers already fired, resulting in the abandonment of New World, despite the game looking like it's doing pretty well. Once the news hit, the majority of players quit. No point to continue investing time into a game that will no longer be updated. However, they have said they will continue supporting Throne and Liberty for the foreseeable future. Again, there was a full interview with the CEO from First Spark, this being the company under NCSoft who develops Throne and Liberty. Amazon Games is just a publisher for the global market. From this interview, you can read here that First Sparks has kind of split off from NCSoft. They are mostly independent, with NC holding 100% of the company's shares. They claim here that they aim to maintain TL's current structure for the next 5 to 10 years, with major updates once or twice a year, preparing another major regional update in the first half of next year, that being the promised Nyx territory. They also state here their original principle when launching the game was to provide a global service, eliminating pay-to-win elements as much as possible, stating even now most of their services they offer, including Amazon, generate revenue through cosmetics and also their battle passes. And they want to create a perception that these guys are trustworthy. We can also blame AGS apparently for changing their plans with housing. They originally were going to push it back to early next year, but based on AGS suggestions, they postponed a large chunk of content that they were planning to pursue to release housing earlier. They also give some information on their Project SC, which is their mobile version of Throne of Liberty. They will be developing it in Unreal Engine 5, and they're preparing something to show us around the summer of next year, 2026. They are also apparently working on some other new games, not PvP games, but more co-op PvE. Short form, session based, teaming up to attack bosses. And they expect to have their first internal prototype by the end of this year. For me, that was about the main takeaway from this interview. I'll leave a link in the video description. You can read through it for yourself, but you do need to auto-translate it, as I believe it is originally Korean. But now, as per the weekly reminders, visit your Sundries merchant, get those contract scrolls. You also generally want to go to your foods merchant and purchase these every day, as they are daily limited. You will open this scroll pack, claim the Talandre resistance scrolls, open that, giving you 6 of the scrolls per dungeon. You will complete those while having plenty of Abyss contract tokens. I recommend at least 40,000 for about half an hour, and you'll join a group in one of these 3 dungeons. Usually via the party finder chat here, or create your own, and make sure to use the buffs like this Spook Latte combined with the Battle Pass Abundance Fruit Mastery reports, and ideally also having a Black Anvil weapon equipped. You will get those Abyss tokens by doing plenty of activities, including Amatoy expeditions. So just have these guys non-stop out there gathering. Visit your contract coin merchant and here purchase your extract stones and enchanted ink every week, completing those resistance contracts, 10 every day or just 5 if you have Davinci's favor, ideally prioritizing the ones that give you polished crystals and these pouches. Additionally, visit your guild merchant. Prioritize getting the conversion stones, and if you have some spare left over, you can go for some chaos prisms and unlock stones. You will generally get those guild coins when doing the guild raids, 7 of them every week, sharing amongst yourselves whatever drops you get, and also by doing these guild contracts. And there are some new ones which can even give you a selection chest of the new potions. Then you want to go to the resistance merchant. Here you will spend resistance medals. If you haven't done so already and got all your skills maxed out, purchase the omnipotence books, dissolve them into regular books and max out all your skills. You can purchase blue books here too. You can always dissolve purple books down to blue, blue down to green. And once you've gotten what you need here, I usually just go for the unlock stones. You want to 5 times per day attend to these field bosses, and just participating will get you resistance medals. And if you haven't fully done your exploration codex, you can get a whole load of them by doing these tasks. Then with regards to the Battlegrounds merchant, you'll want to get these combat coins. So simply do your Battlegrounds, ideally getting those wins and up to 800 combat coins per week. You can also go to arenas and you can get some additional combat coins. Prioritize getting the runes here, and otherwise fortitude coins, obsidian and these chests. You can then go to the Nebula merchant, and here you're going to want to get these nebulous stones to get these unlock stones, pouches and potentially these conquest chests. At the bare minimum, you want to get 45 of these nebulous stones per week. So you will go to the Lawless Wilds and you will farm mobs to obtain those. Ideally going to the PvP section and just hauling some enemies together and killing them in a big group while you're within a party. But you always run the risk somebody coming to kill you because it's a PvP area. Then go to your raid merchant. Every week purchase these 5 chaos prisms and then you can save your entropy shards for the stat conversion on this legendary gear. I've gotten by now all the stats I want on this stuff, so I could potentially purchase an item and hopefully get a good trait to sell. If you are starting out, as soon as you get 100 entropy shards, purchase the weapon that you use the most. After that, accessory, and then armor piece. And every week, ideally do the raid on normal, hard, and if you have a near maxed PvE build, you can attempt nightmare. Ideally having a static group that you play together with every week. You also want to go to your co-op dungeons and the dimensional trials and complete this thing on tier 1. The mechanics are fairly simple, although I don't think I saved any gameplay, so I may show you later with a guide, but ideally get these accumulated point rewards by running it 21 times, at least on tier 1. And otherwise, do your normal queue here, selecting a role and taking away these extra party matchmaking rewards, spending those dimensional contract token ones there. Go to secret dungeons and do your Hall of Illusion 3 times, ideally on the highest difficulty you can manage. Also do your Gate of Infinity here, getting at least the achievement rewards, and Taydell's Tower you'll do 3 times per week from those contract scrolls that you obtained. And that's pretty much it for what I would say is the bare minimum to do per week in Throne and Liberty. It can take you, yes, up to 4 hours per day. There is additional content, like nighttime chest hunting in those Abyss dungeons, GVG field bosses, open world arch bosses, boonstones and riftstones, inter-server GVG, tax delivery, castle siege, inter-server castle siege. All these activities will be things you will do in a more hardcore guild. I can also include in there the Abyss stones, but again, it'll be something you'll coordinate with your guild. And none of this is overly necessary to do, but can be rewarding if you're on the high end of things, like actually getting the castle, pillaging, and succeeding in inter-server events. But that's about it for this week. Thanks all for watching. Another special thank you to all the support of my channel members, and we'll see you guys around.